Some other headlines now, and 3 men have been arrested at Heathrow Airport after allegedly making a bomb threat on board a plane. It's thought a verbal threat was made to staff on board an Emirates flight bound for Dubai, who then alerted the police. More than 300 passengers were taken off the plane and spent a night in a hotel until the flight left this afternoon. A Facebook campaign to find blood donors to save the life of a Kent student has been a success, according to his family. Philip Payne fell 7 floors from a balcony in Mexico on New Year's Eve. The 20-year-old needed an emergency transfusion. He's since had an operation on his leg and remains in a critical condition in Mexico. Supporters of a student from Enfield have been protesting outside the Greek embassy today against his continued imprisonment in a high-security jail. Andrew Symeou was extradited to Greece to face a manslaughter charge after 18-year-old Welshman Jonathan Hiles died during a holiday in Zante in 2007. But Andrew claims he was a victim of mistaken identity. Dominic Velitis reports.
Enough is enough! Set him free! Enough is enough! Set him free!
The message Andrew Symeou's supporters had for the Greek authorities today. Detained without trial, the 21-year-old has now spent 6 months in a Greek jail.
He's the sort of person that shouldn't have experienced one night in a cell, let alone nearly 6 months in a Greek prison. It's horrific. It's a nightmare.
Andrew Symeou is charged with the manslaughter of Jonathan Hiles, who died on the Greek isle of Zante in 2007 after allegedly being punched in a nightclub. Andrew says he wasn't at the scene at the time and that Greek police intimidated his friends to implicate him. But in July, he was issued with a European arrest warrant and extradited to Greece. With bail refused and no trial in sight, Andrew remains in the infamous Korydallos prison, an institution condemned by Amnesty as the worst prison in Europe. It is, according to protesters here today, unjust treatment. What they want is for Andrew Symeou to be released on bail and a trial date set, an opportunity for him to clear his name. They're also calling for an urgent inquiry into the Greek police's handling of the case.
The main evidence against Andrew is based on 2 statements obtained that were beaten out of Andrew's friends, statements which have since been retracted. In addition, there is crucial CCTV footage in this case that could be used to prove Andrew's innocence, but the Greek police have failed to produce it.
Andrew Symeou's supporters say they're not asking he receive special treatment, just a fair trial and an opportunity for him to clear his name. Dominic Velitis, London Tonight.
It's film time now, and a look at this weekend's releases. And film critic Helen O'Hara joins us now. Helen, what have you got for us?
Well, first of all, we've got a sort of a biopic of local lad made good, Ian Dury, of Ian Dury and the Blockheads. It's a kind of a pop music biopic, and let's take a look at a clip.
Every woman, every man. Hit me with your ribbon stick. Hit me. It's good, say fantastic. Hit me with your ribbon stick. It's nice to be a lunatic. Hit me.
Bit surreal there, featuring Andy Serkis, one of my favourite actors. He seems to have got Ian Dury spot on.
He's absolutely great in the role. I mean, he's always good, he's always dependable, but he absolutely nails this one. And it's a very interesting story because it's a little bit different than the usual kind of musical biopic. This is not Walk the Line. It's a little bit kind of more bizarre, a bit more out there, a bit more like Ian Dury himself, frankly. So I think he definitely would have approved of it, and it's certainly a really interesting look at his life, even if you don't know that much about him beyond that song. You know, it's kind of, you'll learn a lot from this.
And your other film is a rom-com. It's complicated.
Yeah, this is the new one from Nancy Meyers. It stars a fantastic cast: Meryl Streep, Alec Baldwin, and Steve Martin. And it's about Meryl Streep basically starting an affair with her ex-husband, Alec Baldwin. So let's have a look.
Knowing how to be divorced is next to impossible.
Not that I want him back.
Of course not. He cheats on you, your 20-year marriage ends, and then he marries her.
Joe, you are so lucky Jerry is dead.
Thank you.
You don't have to bump into him.
Oh, that's true.
I'm having an affair with a married man.
You're not saying.
Oh, yes, I am.
So Meryl Streep back in romantic comedy mode after her stormy success in Mamma Mia. Does she do a good performance?
She is great. She is absolutely flawless. She's already nominated for a Golden Globe for this performance, and it's entirely merited. The problem is, I think, the rest of the film, it's got this great beginning with the two of them starting this affair, and it kind of, you're wondering where it'll go, and then it doesn't really know where it's going to go, so it kind of trails off a little bit towards the end. So, I mean, the cast is great. They're always worth watching, but it's just a shame it couldn't have been a little bit more pulled together.
So you'd recommend Ian Drury rather than this?
I kind of would. I'd recommend Meryl Streep, but maybe not the film as a whole.
Thanks very much, Helen. Next, the all-important weather forecast, and Robin's joined me.
Watching Carla out embarking a few minutes ago, and as I'm sure everybody who's watching spotted, the snow has already started to come down. There have been some snow flurries around during the course of this afternoon, and as predicted, they've been blowing in towards us from the east. Now, we've got very cold winds blowing as well, and overnight, in fact, the strength of the winds is going to be picking up. So there's the added-on worry about the wind chill factor, which is really, really going to make things feel very uncomfortable indeed. Here's the full picture for you.
Well, that's all from the London team for now. We'll be back tomorrow with news from the capital and the home counties at about 20 to 6. Until then, goodbye.